Coming to you live from the rinks in Hauppauge, you're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. Going alongside cameraman extraordinaire, Paul Trentini, live here on a Tuesday. For the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. Middle Country and West Islip going to get things kicked off before East Islip, West Islip DVL cap off the two-game slate. Makeups for the snow days, as one of the snowiest winters on record here in the Long Island region. Forcing this game to be played now, March the 10th. Middle Country looking to end a 5-game skid. They had a heroic comeback late. We're down 7-3 in the third period of St. Anthony's before rattling off 3 straight goals to pull to within 1. An empty netter for St. Anthony sealed the deal 8-6 in a wild back-and-forth game. West Islip, meanwhile, looking to end a skid of their own, losers of 3 straight. However, they haven't won a game since back on Saturday, December 6th. A 3-3 tie separating 3 straight losses in either direction there for West Islip. Looking for their first win in their 7th attempt. They played Middle Country earlier this year on September the 20th. And MC got the victory 9-3 over West Islip in that one. So looking for a better result here tonight are the Lions of West Islip. Starting lineups out on the ice, starting goaltenders to be announced as well, as we look to get things going here on Tuesday night, live from the rinks in Hauppauge. Anthems and lineups, and then right to puck drop here on LI Sports Network. Anthem concluded, moments away from puck drop. Starting goaltenders tonight for West Islip, it'll be Will Charo. Charo, a .675 goals against average, 3-8-1 record. He has been excellent this season for the Lions, despite the high goals against average. And it'll be Dominic Graziano between the pipes for Middle Country, at least to start. Jack LaSala. At least I thought I'd seen Jack LaSala. Perhaps on the bench, obscured from view. But if no Jack, it'll be Graziano all the way through. Derek Johnson looks to take the faceoff against Wilk. Derek Johnson leading the way for Middle Country in terms of goals and points. 16 goals, 22 points for Johnson. And he'll win the faceoff back to Caliendo. Wilk puts it back in deep. Adam Rank on the forecheck. Bounced around in the area of Aniano. Hill to Caliendo, backhands ahead. Abenda sends it to his defensive partner Giorgio, and Rank will dump in. Wilk the F1, applying pressure to Giametti. Backhands it behind. Here's Adam Rank. Early possession belongs to West Islip. It's Wilk again. Top of the circle, try to feed one to Rank going to the net. Intercepted. Good play made by Caliendo. And he'll stick handle out before feeding a pass to Hill, who will dump and go for a change. As we're nearly a minute gone by in the first period between Middle Country and West Islip. Here's Johnson. Shoot save, rebound save made by Charo. As I mentioned, Charo, much better than the stats may indicate. 2 great stops. Just a minute gone by in the first period. Johnson trying to drag his way through. Eventually found his way back on the puck. Try to play it down low. It's taken away by Abenda. Mason LaSala keeps it moving to Johnson. Johnson trying to sauce one to Dylan DeCharo. Just missed. It's back with Derek Johnson behind the goal line. In front, LaSala couldn't quite get a stick on it. Now DeCharo went wide. LaSala again to Caliendo at the point. A wrist shot looking for a deflection. Got one. They score. Dylan DeCharo getting a piece in front. Opens the scoring for Middle Country. Here's the Caliendo shot. There's the redirect. Tough play to make there for Charo. And Dylan DeCharo, his 9th of the season, gives Middle Country the 1-0 lead. Giorgio takes it in behind Charo. Shadowed by Krakaitis. Eventually spiked out of the zone by Rowan Burnt. Burnt giving chase. Here's Caliendo. Backhanding across to his partner. Intercepted at center ice by Cascone. Open area, Galante. Galante, a backhander. Rejected. And a long shot from the point goes wide off the stick of Giorgio. So we approach 2 minutes, 30 seconds gone by in the first period. Galante behind the net. Unable to play it. Was hurried by Alina Figueroa. And now LaSala. Challenged by Giorgio. It's Mason LaSala. West Islip looked to get it out, and banking it to center was Burnt. Jonathan Moringer carrying up the left wing side. Breaks in, the second leading scorer on the Cougars. Rips a shot, denied by Charo. Moringer has it back. We're going to plunge it in. It's rejected by Shea Levy. And West Islip get it out. Played ahead by Madison DeCharo. Her full head of hair beneath the helmet as that shot goes wide. Rank back on goal and stopped by Graziano. And there, Verticana springs DeCharo. Madison. It's got Conlon going to the net. The pass blocked by Aniano. Back with Matty DeCharo. At the point, Moringer. Slap shot, misfires. Off the end boards, Conlon to Verticana. Snipe City! Population Jesse Verticana. 2-0. Moringer, see him look skyward as he doesn't locate that shot where he wanted, but it pays off in the end. Pinpoint accuracy from Jesse Verticana. doubles Middle Country's lead, 2-0. Verticana's 4th of the season. This his 7th game played for Middle Country. Offensive zone draw. Johnson will take it against Wilk. From the bench comes Mason LaSala. One back by Wilk. Johnson twirling along the near boards. Now Caliendo intentionally puts one off the end boards, hoping to get it to Mason LaSala. Eventually finds its way to him. Mason to Johnson. Johnson with Mason behind him. Puts it into an open area. Backhands cross ice. Long wrister fought off by Charo. Taking the shot there was Maresca. Pinned up against the near boards right by the blue line. Just a couple more inches to clear the zone for West Islip, and they finally do by way of Rank. Rank chips it by Johnson. Johnson will get to the loose puck, try to get around Rank. Good stick by Rank. Can he get the shot? No. 5 minutes through, stretch pass connects. Mason LaSala ripped wide. Johnson again along the near boards. Takes it around Wilk. Backhand pass to Caliendo in space. His high wrist shot fought off by Charo. Middle Country putting the pressure on, and a sharp angle try from Maresca turned away by Charo. And the puck ends up out of play with 9:27 to go in the first period. 2-0 Middle Country. Verticana from Conlon and Madison DeCharo, and brother Dylan from Sebastian Caliendo. That's Dylan DeCharo. As LaSala looked to feed the high slot, it's taken away here by Burnt. Rowan Burnt laying into Kirkaitis, a reverse hit there from Burnt. Middle Country come away with the puck. As Mason LaSala plays it back to Madison DeCharo. Matty DeCharo, 7 goals, 7 assists, 14 points. Had 2 in that spirited comeback against the Friars. Here's a backhand shot, save, rebound. Kirkaitis with the look. And now Mason LaSala. Wrist shot deflected. Another save made by Charo. Rank, can he clear? Rather, it's Cascone. Cannot. Dylan DeCharo playing it to Figueroa. Her shot disturbed by Giorgio, and now potential numbers the other way for West Islip. But Madison DeCharo is there to play it away from the incoming Luke Galante. She'll dump in. Aniano trying to go right back out. Does. Only as far as Mason LaSala. Shields off Galante to himself off the far boards. A bend a step to it. And now it's Aniano. Aniano to C.J. Lundrigan. Lundrigan, 4 goals this year for West Islip. Carries around, looking over his options, and runs out of time as DeCharo strips him of the puck. His clear blocked, comes to Wilk. Wilk a wrister wide. Middle Country can't clear. There's a shot, save, rebound. Glove before Rank could get a look at it. Adam Rank, 2 goals and an assist this year and 13 games played. Mikey Lane does not appear to be in the lineup tonight. Does lead West Islip in points as Abenda takes a shot. Left pad save made Graziano. Rebound Moringer trying to lead Verticana. Good stick by Abenda. And offsides called regardless against Middle Country, but thanks in large part to the defensive stick of Marco Abenda, the second leading scorer on West Islip. 6 points in 11 games played for Abenda. Moringer wins it ahead as Verticana going to the net. It's a little bit behind Verticana, caught it on the backhand. Toward the middle of the ice, and back for Caliendo. That wrist shot looking for a deflection. Got blocked in front after it redirected off the stick of Moringer, who has it in the corner, spinning away from Levy. Levy sticking with him. Moringer still with the puck, across Verticana, far circle. Tees up the shot, deflected wide. Caliendo down the boards. Moringer again trying to go to Verticana on the far circle, does eventually get to him. Verticana trying to go back the other way to Caliendo. Caliendo's shot turned aside by Chero. Conlon, a wrist shot wide. Lundgren hands it back. Turnover, it's Conlon again. Conlon in his feet, shot save, rebound. Moringer tucks it home. 3-0 Middle Country. Moringer's 10th of the year. Finishes off a great offensive zone sequence for Middle Country. And Middle Country, their record 6-9. They have the number 8 spot. But this is a very talented bunch as Madison DeChero showing exactly why I say that. Beautiful goal. Beats Chero 5-hole. Showing off the handles as well. Madison DeChero with a gorgeous 4-0 goal. Kisses the defender goodbye and right through the legs of Chero. Her 8th goal of the year. And with the assist earlier, it's another multi-point game for DeChero as Johnson lets one into Chero, denied by the West Islip goaltender. Derek Johnson setting up the shot. One-timer denied there by Chero. Neenan the opportunity. DeChero, that's Madison. Playing it to Hill. Hill looking to stretch it out to Neenan. Does get it to Neenan. Neenan beaten to the loose puck by Aniano. Cascone trying to play it on the near boards. DeChero comes away with it. Nice move again by Madison. And she scores again. 2 straight from Maddie DeChero. Goals 8 and 9 now of the season. 5-0 Middle Country. Again, look at how effortless she makes this toe drag look. Coming up in just a second. Right here. Hello. And beats Chero short side. Right back in come Middle Country. Levy has it poked away from him by Dylan DeChero. Lasala swept it out in front. There's Kirkaitis, a backhander. Stopped by Chero. West Islip throw it down ice. CJ Lundgren was looking for a pass there as he was open on the far side. .439 left here in the first period. Face-off shot on goal by Dylan DeChero, denied by Chero. Lundgren unable to get around Kirkaitis, who took it away. Kirkaitis trying to feed it to Lasala. Broken up, and away comes Levy. Levy with speed through neutral. Offsides on West Islip is called here. With 4:14 to go in the first period, it's all Middle Country. 2 assists for Jack Conlon. 2 goals and an assist for Maddie DeChero. And a goal and assist from Jesse Verticana. As now Middle Country, as if they needed any more assistance to win this hockey game, will go to the power play. Touched up by Cascone. And heading to the box for West Islip is Rowan Burnt. Middle Country's power play this year, 16.7%. West Islip's penalty kill, 61.1%. Quick clear here for WI. Put back in by Madison DeCharo. Aniano trying to clear, hit a skate. Second effort from Galante is successful. And Galante gets around DeCharo. Sweeps around the stick of Verticana. Long shot, Galante just goes wide. Off the end boards, it's Madison DeCharo. Playing it away from Cascone. Chip back by Verticana, gets the return from Moringer. But West Islip able to clear once again. 40 seconds into the Middle Country power play. Here's Figueroa. Takes a big hit, take the shot though, and a stop by Chero. Moringer's pass intercepted, but the clearing again unsuccessful for WI. Figueroa, wrist shot, deflection, score! Conlon tips the Figueroa point shot to make it 6-0 Middle Country. And you see Moringer finding the open Figueroa. And a beautiful deflection from Jack Conlon, his third point of the night. And that's a Cougars power play goal. They've got half a dozen here in the first. Derek Johnson speeding through neutral ice into the offensive zone, around a stick, and no chance for Chero there. The extra point is good. It's 7-0 Middle Country as Johnson goes end to end. And this is one heck of a release from Johnson. Bar down. Chero, like, what do you want me to do there? I hear you. I probably can't stop that shot if given 10 tries. Not that I played goalie, but still. Banks back for Levy. Much needed offensive zone time here for West Islip. Lundrigan down the boards. Giametti juggled it. It comes out in front, and airmailing it was Wilk. Great chance in front there for Lucas Wilk as he tried to score his fourth goal of the season. Little toe drag here from Johnson. Johnson around Wilk. Johnson to the backhand. Shelf. 8-zip Middle Country. As Derek Johnson adding in the last couple of highlight reel goals to his tape. Outweights Chero, and tough one for the West Islip Tendy. DeCharo right back in. Here's LaSala off the post. Mason LaSala. Picked up by Burnt. Pardon me, this is Galante. Galante, a backhand shot goes wide. Burnt trying to follow it up. Aniano keeps it in the far point. Around the boards. Madison DeCharo. Unable to clear, held in by Aniano. Down and around, here's Cascone in the near corner. Try to send it out to Abenda. Couldn't keep the point. Abenda has to hustle back to get the puck away from LaSala. And then inadvertently runs into Dylan DeCharo. And now West Islip with numbers through neutral. Burnt with Galante and Cascone. Takes a shot right into Madison DeCharo. She'll sweep it off the outside of the net, pick it back up in behind, and start the rush the other way with a pass to Dillon. Dillon trying to return it to Madison. As Neenan going to that great drop pass to LaSala, turned away by Chero, and he'll cover up the rebound. With 12.9 left in the first period, I'll round up to 13. Again, want to thank you for tuning in on this Tuesday night to the rinks in Hauppauge, LI Sports Network. Off the face-off, it is Levy. Around for Rank. Stripped of the puck by LaSala. His wrist shot deflects over the net, and that will do it for period number one. All Middle Country as they put 8 up on the board in the first 15. Second 30 coming to you soon. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. Welcome back here to the rinks in Hauppauge, Suffolk County High School Hockey League here on LI Sports Network. And that's an 8 up on the board for Middle Country. They lead it 8-0 after one period of hockey. Multi-point nights littered throughout the Middle Country lineup. Derek Johnson scoring the last 2 goals, his first 2 of the game, as the depth for Middle Country really pulling through. As dragging, and a backhand flipper from Caliendo goes wide. Verticana to the point, Giametti. Giametti will race after it into the far corner. And play is stopped, and interference will be a penalty assessed here. And they're going to get Grayson Giametti. Offensive zone penalty taken by Middle Country. A power play chance for West Islip. Perhaps a chance to get on the board. 12.5% power play this season for WI and 88.2% kill for Middle Country. Abenda fires it across to Aniano. Lundrigan trying to keep it in was Aniano. Here comes Johnson. He's got Maresca. Johnson will take the shot. It's stopped by Chero. Gets the rebound as well, does Johnson, after it was gloved down by Abenda. Twirls away from one. Derek Johnson trying to break through Aniano. Aniano does a good job of sticking with Johnson. Back to the point. Madison to Charo. Long shot kicked out by Chero. Rebound score. Maresca. Short-handed goal for Middle Country as they're up to 9. Jeremy Maresca's first of the game. Zachary Maresca's first of the game and his 7th of the season. Jeremy Maresca plays for Longwood JV, who made it to the semifinals this year before getting eliminated by St. Anthony JV Gold, who forced a winner-take-all Game 3 tomorrow night here in the rinks in Hauppauge against Smithtown Hauppauge JV Red. Banked here for Giorgio. Giorgio, wrist shot, turned away by Graziano, the rebound loose, and Johnson chops at it. And now a penalty to be called. And looks to be another one against Middle Country. It'll be Maresca who just scored that shorthanded goal, joining Giametti in the box. So 5-on-3 for West Islip for 44 seconds. Johnson picking up his 3rd point of the night, by the way, with the assist on the Maresca goal. His 3rd consecutive point as well. Lundgren to Levy, to Giorgio. Back to Levy. Takes the shot wide. Lundgren trying to evade Moringer. Brings it around. Levy touches it to Giorgio. Giorgio a shot wide. Off the end boards, Lundgren. Good stick check provided by Caliendo. Put back to the front of the net where it's intercepted by Caliendo, who carries out. Cascone trying to go right back in. 5-on-3 ends in 2 seconds and 1. And we're back to 5-on-4. In the next minute and 5 seconds, roughly. Lundgren, top of the near circle, a drive. Stopped by Graziano. And he'll hang on to it. So a couple of good looks there for West Islip with the 5-on-3 and then subsequent 5-on-4. But some good stops from the Middle Country netminder, Dominic Graziano. Face off to the right of the aforementioned goaltender. Ripped by Abenda wide. Charo tried to go up the near side. Kept alive. Wilka shot just missed on the far post. Perhaps Graziano got a piece. They'll once again try to feed it to the front of the net. Burnt has it stripped by Dylan DeCharo. Here comes Dylan. Into the zone with a head of speed to the backhand. Shot denied by Charo. Rebound, score. Second shorthanded goal of the period for Middle Country as they hit double digits. 10-zip. And just a good job of following the play to the front of the net. Didn't quite catch who scored it. Might have been Krikaitis. It was. Krikaitis from DeCharo. Krikaitis' 4th of the season. As that goes off, Krikaitis, has he got another? In all alone on the breakaway. Krikaitis denied by Charo. Dylan DeCharo in front. It's Krikaitis to the backhand. No chance for Charo on that one either. 11th goal of the game for Middle Country. Dylan DeCharo feeding Konstantinos Krikaitis. Dylan DeCharo, 2 assists in the last few minutes. Everything has been killed off. Figueroa around for Johnson. Cascone. Drop pass taken away by Hill. Here comes Johnson. Splits the D. Derek Johnson. Blocker save made by Charo. Right back to Derek Johnson. Stolen away from him by Galante. Here comes Galante. Galante is shot way out of the net. The goalie, and Lundgren scores. Graziano came way out to try to play the puck. Away from Galante, ripped it off the pad, and the rebound buried by Lundgren for his 5th of the year. Looked like Johnson might have even gotten a piece of it, diving back to try to break it up. But West Islip on the board. It's 11-1. Hill from Maresca, taken away by Lundgren. Lundgren a knack for the back of the net this year for West Islip. Their leader in goals. Great pass by Johnson. Maresca trying to drag it around Levy. And can't get a shot to the front of the net. Once again, C.J. Lundgren sends a risky pass through. It does connect with Galante, who dumps in. Giametti swiveling in the near corner. Sends it around. Takes a weird bounce for Lundgren. Turned away by Graziano. Verticana between the legs. Ahead for Johnson. He's got Maresca and Caliendo. He's going to feed it to Caliendo, who scores. 5th point of the night for Derek Johnson and 3rd assist. As Caliendo with his first of the game to make it 12-1. And his first goal of the season for Sebastian Caliendo. Congratulations. Caliendo on a big hit. Big crash against the boards dished out there by Rowan Burnt. So they look to feed the front of the net. Here's Verticana. The wrist shot missed. Caliendo keeps. Conlon trying to burst through. Instead, it's Burnt. Burnt trying to get around Giametti, cannot, and it's back with Conlon. Conlon. Puts it in stride to Caliendo. His wrist shot gloved by Chero, who covers. .8:31 to go here in the second. Middle Country scoring 12. And that is the most they have scored in a game this year. Their previous high was 10 against Middle Country. Or pardon, 10 against Kennequot Sayville. No, 10 against Northport. Here's Figueroa down the left wing board. Sends one across and couldn't quite get it over to Neenan. And now another penalty. With 7:57 left. And then Figueroa shown to the box after celebrating, drawing the penalty. Not so fast. You get in there too. You can't do that. Adam Rank took the initial call for West Islip for roughing. So we'll stay even 5-on-5. Giametti over to Madison DeCharo. 96 evading 96 of West Islip Cascone. Here's Johnson. Through neutrals, got Hill with him. 3 West Islip Lions back, so Johnson will spin it on back. Look to play it to the front of the net. And strike 1 to Owen Hill. Abenda the other way. Into the far corner. Knocked down by Madison DiChiaro. Abenda lifting the stick. Poking it around Giametti. Here's Lundrigan. Lundrigan. Across, one-timer missed. Cascone, rebound denied by Graziano. It was Galante with that look. Cascone, Galante. Didn't get all the shot. Now Lundrigan is West Islip press. Spinning one, blocked by DiChiaro. And there goes Madison DiChiaro through neutral ice with speed. Abenda the lone defender back. Playing it across beautifully for Johnson, who scores. What a pass from Madison DiChiaro. Hat-trick goal for Johnson, 13-1 Middle Country, his 6th point of the night. Here's Verticana. To the back end, off the noggin of Charo. Way to use your head there, Will. As he's hung in there despite the lopsided score, continuing to make as many saves as he feasibly can. It's been an onslaught for Will Charo. Moringer. Battling Giorgio. Giorgio doing a good job of sticking to Moringer. Try to play it out in front, and now Verticana's one-timer goes wide. Conlon. Pass to the front of the net blocked. Away comes Cascone down the right wing side. Cascone trying to get around Caliendo, and now here's Lundrigan, scores! Second of the game for CJ Lundrigan. This time capping off a great individual effort by Cascone. Down that right wing boards. Getting around the defender and then eventually getting it across to Lundrigan, who shows the patience and shot placement there, going bar down in tight. (13-2) is your new score. Lundrigan's 6th of the year. Giametti into the offensive zone. Will rim around. There's Abenda. Hill putting the poke checks in on Marco Abenda. Tries to spring burnt the other way. It's Maresca over to Figueroa. Figueroa unable to get it ahead. And Johnson. Around Wilk into the offensive zone. Looks to get around Abenda as well. Johnson. Trying to feed Figueroa. Knocked off the puck by Burt. Now Giametti. Stripped to the puck by Wilk. Lucas Wilk try to play it out. Intercepted by Johnson. And Johnson smoked it off the bar. No goal. Even the official was slow to call off that goal. With how much power was in that shot, that thing was in and out, but didn't cross the line. I think that was the right call indeed. Abenda, that's intercepted, and now Hill on a breakaway. Hill, good play by Wilk getting back defensively for West Islip. Johnson. Backhands one in front. There's DeCharo. Madison shot. Fought off by Chero. The rebound, Hill. Couldn't quite get it. And C.J. Lundgren, who's on hat-trick watch for West Islip, brings it in. Tries to tee up the shot. Good stick from Madison. DeCharo broke it up. She'll lift one ahead for Johnson. Johnson just barely getting the stick on it to avoid an icing against Middle Country. Here's Dylan DeCharo. All the way across for Madison. And Maddie lost it to Lundgren, who finds teammate in Cascone. Cascone's pass blocked. Middle Country can't clear. Intercepted by Cascone. Went down. Krakaitis shoved down to the boards. Here's Dylan DeCharo. Dragging. Unable to get around Abenda with the puck. Try to fling it back to the point. Goes all the way down. This won't be an icing, obviously. That shot just goes wide from Cascone. And Lundgren laying a big hit on Neenan. Madison DeCharo to Dylan. Blocker save made by Chero. Caliendo rips one rink wide and taken out of the zone by Maddie DeCharo. Through the feet of Caliendo. Picked up by Giorgio. Giorgio pressured by Dylan DeCharo, taken away by Verticana. Verticana lets one fly and a save made by Chero. Now Lundgren. Breaks in. With the puck forced out by the defense of Dylan DeCharo. Aniano's got to hold up the touch-up. Now West Islip dump in with $1:15 to go in the second period. There's the Jets from Verticana. Catches up to the puck, brings it around. Fighting through stick checks. Backhands one to the front of the net. Shot wide by Neenan. And again, Dylan DeCharo. Reverses for Verticana. Verticana spinning away from Giorgio. To Dylan, fanned on the one-timer. And now Wilk breaks out of the zone. Backhands one for Burnt. Burnt will get there. Return pass, Wilk, great play, but he shot it just wide. A little give and go between Wilk and Roan Burnt. Aniano back to Levy. One-timer from Wilk, turned aside by Graziano. Good puck movement here from West Islip. Rank checked off the puck by Giametti, but he can't clear. Backhanded along by Levy. Grayson Giametti has Verticana all the way down ice, and Conlon. They're both behind the defense at the moment. Maresca brings it in. And the buzzer sounds before that shot went off. But the dominance from Middle Country continuing in the second period as they tack on 6 more. But West Islip, 2 C.J. Lundgren goals, have them on the board. It's 13-2 after 2. Listening here to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. Welcome back here to the rinks in Hauppauge. SCHSHL and Middle Country have set their season high in goals tonight with 13 and their previous high of 10. So they have an opportunity to shatter that total in the third period if they so choose. Conlon took a shot wide. Johnson trying to feed Verticana, as those two usually on separate lines, but Middle Country can really play around there with the big lead they've established as they're up 11 on the Lions. Stretch pass knocked away by Marco Abenda. A long night for Will Chero. 14 minutes from ending. Lundgren spinning away from Verticana. Sends it into the offensive zone. Moringer gets to it. Plays it for Johnson. Johnson lugs the puck into the offensive zone, applies the brakes. Gets around a couple defenders. And shot denied by Chero, went off his stick. Conlon pinned to the boards by Giorgio. Cascone will backhand ahead of Galante, and he'll chip it out of the zone. Moringer, good find, and Conlon across ice. Conlon drags, shoots, and a save made by Chero, who will hop on the puck to cover it up. Conlon, 3 assists tonight. 3 goals, 3 assists for Johnson. 2 goals, 2 assists for Matty DiChiaro. A goal and 2 assists for Dylan. Goal and assist for Moringer and for Jesse Verticana. Elena Figueroa in the goal column. Her first goal of the season for Elena Figueroa. 2 goals from Konstantinos Krakaitis for Middle Country. His 4th and 5th of the season. Levy, despite the score, hustling hard after the puck. Here's Burnt. Burnt back to Levy, redirected off his foot on goal, and it's stopped by Graziano. Dylan's pass went off a Lion, down ice, so no icing. Owen Hill on the forecheck. And here's Dylan DiChiaro. Could not get around the defense of Shea Levy. Grayson Giametti. Middle Country looking to clear, went off Galante. DiChiaro backhands a bank pass ahead for Figueroa. Elena Figueroa in the near corner. One of 3 girls on this Middle Country freshman team, along with Madison DiChiaro and Faith Rivera. 3 assists this year for Rivera. Here's CJ Lundgren. Good find in Galante, but his one-timer missed the net. Abenda. And now Johnson with DiChiaro. Johnson will hold up and get it to DiChiaro, who's denied by Chero. In tight shot there for Dylan DiChiaro. Lundgren trying to get out of the zone and does. Caught from behind by Johnson. Backhanded along by CJ Lundgren. As we're over 4 minutes through this third period. Haven't had a goal yet. Moringer weaving through neutral ice. Gets around Cascone. Looking to pass. Didn't really feel any options with him. And the puck out of the zone. Chipped out. Here's Cascone rolling right in for West Islip. Andrew Cascone backhanding across. And eventually there's Lundgren, denied by Graziano. Again, CJ Lundgren, the lone Goal scorer tonight for West Islip. He's got a pair. He's looking for his first SCHSHL freshman hat trick. That chip just wide. Rank trying to go down low to Wilk. Burnt keeps things moving down low. Conlon to the loose puck ahead for DeCharo. Good keep in here from Aniano. And back with Moringer. With 9:20 and counting to go in the third period. It's Conlon. Poked away from him by Aniano. He'll move in. Wrist shot, blocker save made by Graziano. Stretch pass from Moringer, hoping for Verticana. Intercepted by Wilk. His shot deflects just wide. Went off Moringer in front. Another Wilk shot goes wide. Lucas Wilk again. Pad save made. He'll try to get it to Verticana. He was going in. The pass was going out, but still it's Jesse Verticana between the legs over the net. And now going down on the play, Conlon, no call. Figueroa keeps it in the O-zone. Caliendo dropped it for Verticana. He was already moving forward. He had previously called for the puck. Now he'll take the pass away. But give it away to Lundgren, who fires it over the net. Figueroa hands it off to Conlon. Conlon ahead, out of the reach of both Dylan DeCharo and Jesse Verticana. And here's CJ Lundgren. Well, he seems to be in the right spot in the offensive zone. Long shot from Figueroa. Denied by Chero. Abenda. Feeding Cascone. Cascone stripped of the puck by Giametti, who banks it off the glass and down and will be an icing on Middle Country. Saw Christian Krickow try a between-the-legs breakaway goal in the Smithtown Hauppauge St. Anthony's Game 2 of the finals for his hat-trick goal, and he sailed that one over the net. Now we saw Jesse Verticana do much the same. As there's an intercepted pass. Maresca in the feet of Hill, and now Moringer. Moringer fans on the shot, gets his rebound, but can't tuck it home. Galante overskated, but still able to backhand it out of the zone. Here's Abenda. Moving in on Moringer. Giametti. To Derek Johnson. 6 points tonight for Johnson. Rolls in. Johnson along the ice, stopped by Chero. Lundgren. 3-on-2 here for West Islip. CJ Lundgren poked away by Hill. Sent around by Galante with 6 minutes to go. East Islip, West Islip developmental coming up after this one, as they'll play the fourth time against one another. West Islip leading the season series 2-1. Poke toward the front of the net. Levy kept it alive. And it's a young group here for West Islip. Backhanded to Maresca. And through the stick of Giametti. Now a foot race between he and Lundgren. Lundgren gets good position. Also joining the fray is Galante. Here is Luke Galante with Aniano calling for it. But Johnson comes away with the Blues puck. Intercepted by Levy, stares down Johnson, puts it into the offensive zone. Johnson around the stick of Lundgren. Over the line onside, banking it to himself and then gave it up to Rank. Johnson hustling back will strip Rank of the puck. Dylan DeCharo to himself along the near boards. He's joined by Neenan up ice. DeCharo takes the shot and missed it wide. Figueroa to Dylan DeCharo. In front, Krakaitis. And Aniano emerges with the puck. Joined by Levy up ice and Burnt. Aniano try to feed Levy. Good stick by Figueroa. Elena Figueroa. Banked here for Krakaitis. Pass goes off of Levy and into the offensive zone. Aniano, nice move. Figueroa skating back. Another good move, and the shot is gloved by Graziano. The Long Island Championship is soon upon us. Winners of the Suffolk County High School Hockey League and New York Islanders High School Hockey League, the Nassau Hockey League, face off against one another at Northwell Ice Center. Stream that live here on LI Sports Network. It'll be the Friars taking on Long Beach. That game on March the 14th. Wrister from Verticana, gloved by Chero. And for the second straight season, or second straight year, I should say, LI Sports Network will provide coverage to the annual Heroes game, the FDNY and NYPD, in their, I believe, 53rd annual charity hockey game at UBS Arena. You'll be able to stream that for free here on LI Sports Network. Had an incredible time being part of that game a year ago. Fantastic event. Sells out UBS each and every year. I remember going as a kid. One of the many events we do for the NYPD and FDNY, as well as the Suffolk County Police Department, the Sheriff's Office, and other charity games on the ice. Across the greater New York area, Dylan DeCharo will try to win it forward. And just got out of the zone before Hill could march in. Owen Hill, 3 goals, 2 assists, 5 points this season. And this is not the complete Middle Country roster. They're without Lucas Reyes, one of their better defensive defensemen. That puck on the outside of the apron. Also without Liam McCarthy. Good two-way forward as another couple of good stops from Will Charo before this game draws to a close. Dylan DeCharo looking for Hill backdoor. Got through him. Here's Derek Johnson. Fumbled the puck a bit, gets it right back. Johnson unable to get around Burnt. And Burnt ensures the puck exits the zone. For this final 15 seconds of a dominant win for Middle Country They put up 8 in the first period, 6 in the second. Or pardon me, 5 in the second. And will win this game 13-2 over West Islip. Derek Johnson, 6 points. Leading the way for the Cougars. Maddie DiChiaro with 4 of her own. A dominant performance for Middle Country as they improve to 7-9 on the year. Fending off the likes of Sachem and KPC for that 8th and final playoff spot. They pulled it within 2 of Connecticut-Sayville as well. And coming up on the schedule for Middle Country is a meeting with KPC. That game will be huge in determining who secures that 8th and final playoff position, though they have 4 more after, or rather 3 more after. Smithtown-Oppog freshman blue and freshman red, and Longwood to cap off the season. That will do it for our coverage in this one. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League here on LI Sports Network. On behalf of our cameraman, Paulie Panasonic, I'm Ryan Brannigan, saying so long until next time. As always, have a good night.